I'm just messaging Mr. Llama here to see if he wants to come in and say a few words about his team. It's potential that video. Okay, I think we're gonna be fine. All right, I'm gonna add Mr. Llama in here.
Hello.
Hello, Mr.
Hey
Llama.
there.
How's it
So,
going?
we just watched your team take a 5-2 victory over Overloaded Gaming. I'm sorry, Overdose Gaming. Gosh, I'm
Overdose.
gonna. It's Overlord Gaming. It's Overloaded Gaming. It's Overdose Gaming. It's definitely Overdose Gaming. It looks like your picture is now replacing Nick's. Oh, there we go. It's gonna alternate between, so we get to see both of you.
All right. Perfect.
So, a pretty commanding victory. I mean, you went down the first game, sent Zombie Grub out. She cleaned it up, caught you back up, and got taken out by Phil and the Light. And then
Yeah.
that brought Overdose Gaming back. But then you sent Bonkers out, and he just steamrolled the end. What was your strategy in sending your players out?
So I used to be on Overdose a long time ago, right? So I know probably about half the players that are still on it, and so it was kind of like a really fun first match because I still talk to a lot of the guys, especially like Phil. We just call him Phil, makes it a lot easier
Good
instead of
That's
plan.
fair.
Phil and the like. So for the first game, Enix was originally on Overdose as well, and he just switched over. I want to say about a month ago. He switched over to SCS. So I thought maybe a little bit more than a month. I thought I'll go ahead and throw him out. He's a decent Terran player. I'll go ahead and throw him out and see what he can do against OD. And unfortunately, the holes in the wall, as you guys noted, were just absolutely awful to watch. We were all just sitting there screaming
Oh
at our
no.
computers, like, block the hole. And then again, and yeah, so that was very unfortunate. And he didn't really get to have a great showing against his former team there, which I was kind of hoping for. But coming
But
in second, did
but
you have
then
something to say?
Zombie Grub.
Yeah, so coming in second, I sent out Zombie Grub because she has a very strong TVZ, and especially lately, she's been a lot better. So I pretty much was writing that down as almost a guaranteed win at that point because I knew she'd go in there, and be able to take him out. And then it was like, if we could just get the Zerg out, then we just advance, get it tied up, yada yada yada. Then TVT came up, and I'm not quite sure of her TVT. I haven't been able to actually observe it enough lately, I don't think. But she went in there and just, I mean, it was a long, hard fought TVT, but she just grabbed a commanding lead and then held on to it for most of the game. There were a couple scary parts in it where
Absolutely, yeah.
yeah, where her like army supply dropped heavily, and it was like, oh crap! And then when she got trapped up in that corner, but she managed it well.
It
She
was
kept a cool
obvious that
head during that. Yeah, she
yeah.
really seemed to keep her composure and was able to position herself in a way where she wasn't losing. I mean, her army was up in that corner for a really long time.
Yeah.
Did you know
Uh,
any of the you being from the other team was your these player strategies definitely are very apparent. Zombie Grub being a very sprawly macro aggressive player, Bonkers being a very defensive with good pokes player. Did your strategy reflect that as far as who you sent them out against?
Definitely. So, like I was saying, with that first TVZ when I sent Zombie out, I knew that she would be able to simply just out macro the opponent and then just kind of take it from there and just get a victory. Because he likes to do, those ling. He was just really into the like, lots of lings, things like that. So I was just like, oh, okay, I think she'll be fine there. And then, like I said, the TVT was, just on them. And then when Phil came in, I know Phil cheeses in a lot of clan wars because I've known him before. Uh, but it was just one of those things where it was like she knew it was a proxy. She was trying to scout it at her third. It was at her fourth, and she had even seen that build before and watched a guy lose to it and just couldn't quite figure out what exactly to do against it. So it was just one of those unfortunate situations that she had to drop out there.
But then you
Sure.
sent Bonkers in.
Yeah. So then I sent Bonkers in because Bonkers likes PvP. Um, and he has one of the just strangest styles that just seems to work, right? In that sort of way where in a lot of his games, you're looking at it, you're like, oh, he's down for the count. When he had his mothership core and he dropped that time warp after scouting the Voider, he came back and dropped the time warp on the Stalker instead of the photon overcharge. I was like, oh, uh-oh, like that could be it. But he's the player that would do that, lose those Stalkers, lose those probes, and then still find a way to come back. I mean, he's fought from behind in so many games that I've watched, and it's just absolutely amazing to sit there and just watch it, because you're just like, how does he do this?
Yeah.
But he has great mechanics, great micro, great army control, and so when he gets in those engagements, he's just able to generally, or in those positions, he's able to do things such as the like counterattacks with all the zealots, and then eventually getting the DTs, and getting the pylon up in his opponent's base for the DTs, which
Yeah.
I just think Phil had no clue about, and that really was that saving grace. So he's a really strong player in that regard. And then pushing on beyond that, they sent out, was it
Mercy.
Shinchan was
the
next.
Terran? The Terran, yeah, Shinchan. So I kind of want him to do the same build that Phil did, to the guy, but I don't think he knows that build quite well enough. But he'd been experimenting with this whole Blink Stalker expand, where he just really keeps his opponent in their base for a long time, gets them super defensive, and then just expands behind it, techs up to Colossus, or whatever. And so I mean, he just did it perfectly. And then when he was able to pick off that command center, that really kind of sealed that game up. So it was a pretty solid win right there.
And the hugely
Definitely.
back and forth game between Mercy
Yeah.
and Bonkers, was that
Yeah.
expected?
I had no clue what to expect in that game, and honestly, when I saw Mercy coming to make that like first big push, I was just like, oh, this is it. Like, the game's over. And then he held, right. He had like beautiful force fields, like keeping all the immortals out, and just, I mean, the time warp, and he had the zealots on top of the stalkers for long enough, and like he held that, and they pushed it back, and then it was like, wait a second, he could actually win this now. He has these void rays and stuff, and he could go make a push over, and he pushes over, and he's outside the base, and it's like he could push up and win right now, and then he backs off, and he goes home, and then the lead shifts back to Mercy.
PvP!
Yeah, PvP, right? And then because he wasn't like teching up as much at home, and he was behind in the workers by a decent amount, the lead goes back to Mercy then. And so then Mercy pushes over again, and I'm like, oh no, here comes Mercy's winning push again. And he gets that wall up again, and he gets in the way, and just kind of creates this whole awkward environment for Mercy to try and fight in. And he holds yet again, and then he goes and expands, and I mean, it was just a back and forth. We were yelling at the computer so much in that game as well, but it was just a ton of fun.
It was a great match. I mean, we really
Yeah.
enjoyed casting it. Yeah, the beginning was real close, and you guys pulled it out at the end.
Yeah.
Just real quick, we want to wrap this up. But
Sure.
what going forward? What are your hopes, aspirations for this tournament?
Going forward, we have a fight against Z's coming up on this Thursday. I believe they beat us 4-2 the last time we played them, but I don't expect that to happen again.
Can you give us any preview of the strategy that you're hoping to use, or do you not want to get stream sniped?
They could be stream sniping. I'm gonna have to definitely go back and look at the replays of the games that we played with them before and kind of look into it. I think we were just nervous in those games. It was in a different league, and I don't think we had everybody playing, and it was just kind of like there was a lot of just like rough games.
Well, it looks like your
where-
strategy should be to send Zombie out. She's saying
Yeah.
she's got this.
She seems pretty excited for it, so she might be going out first. She's a strong player, definitely.
Absolutely.
Definitely happy to have her in my arsenal there. So
Well, we
Yeah.
enjoyed watching you guys. We enjoyed this match. Just your comments on the league so far. This is a sort of a new concept, maybe a revised concept of some other ones in the past. What's your feelings of the league so far and its success going forward?
I'm loving this style of the league. I mean, I think I've played my team, I suppose, has played in about probably like 4 or 5 leagues by now here. and I'd say this is right up there with URTL. A little different style to it, but I love the whole. This is more of a take command of it yourself, and you guys go get things done. You set stuff up a little bit more.
Gotcha.
But I love the format of it. I love the. It's just kind of more laid back, but still like getting everything done, getting all the competition in. So I mean, so far it's been great, and thank you for casting. I enjoyed the cast
Great. Well,
as
it's
well.
awesome to have you. Thanks so much for the
Yeah.
info you sent us to talk
course.
about the players. Um, and we're just glad you were able to join us. And it was a pleasure to cast, and we hope to see more good things out of you going forward.
Yeah, hopefully
All
we'll
right.
be able to get an opportunity to cast you again.
Yeah, I hope so. Thank you very much, guys.
Thanks.
All right, thank you.
Bye.
So
All
that
right,
was
well-
Mr. Llama. We're going to go ahead and wrap this up.
But before we do, real quick, we do need to give out that second word, secret word, so you can win the SC.
You turned off your
2CTL.
video. You turned off your video.
Did I? I don't think I did. I think you turned it off.
I can't turn your video off.
I don't know how I turned it off. Anyway. Well, sorry about that. At any rate, I'm back now. So we need to give out that second word. That second word that you can enter in to win the SC2CTL crayon drawing logo. And that word is Galligation.
Whoa!
Whoa. So go ahead and enter that in. Get a chance to win that drawing. That it will be at the end of the week. They will announce the winners, and they will send you that logo. And then we will have a brand new drawing next week. So, and you'll have 2 more opportunities to win it coming up on Thursday. Well, actually, every night this week as the casting goes on, there will be 2 new words every casting session. So if you want to catch them from us, that'll be on Thursday from 8:30 to 10:30 approximately. And we'll have some more great games to cast with you.
Before everyone goes home, goes to bed, signs out, we just ask again that you just follow us on Twitter. Follow SC2CTL on Twitter. We just really, really would like your feedback. This is our first cast in this league so far, as we've been really excited about it, really enjoyed it, but we'd like your feedback. We really would, and it would help us going forward in presenting this league to you along with the other casting teams. So please tweet me, tweet Nick, and tweet the organizers of SC2CTL to tell us what you liked, what you didn't like. We really, really want to hear from you, as this is focused on the community since it's in the name. So our big focus is on feedback from you guys. We hope you enjoyed this cast. Nick, signing off.
Just a second, I actually do have the link for that code entering website that people have been asking for to win that crayon drawing. Let me put it in chat, and then I will be with you to sign out. Where's the chat one? There we go. All right, in chat, that's the link that you need to enter in the code in. Again, those 2 secret words are Wingnut SC and Galligation.
And we're so glad you could join us. Thanks for stopping by. Tell your friends about this league. Tell your friends about this cast. The VOD of this cast will be on YouTube. The link is at the top. YouTube.com/Wingnutstarcraft. I'll probably have that up in the morning sometime. So if you missed it, tell your friends about it. Have them check it out. The league is awesome. Games are awesome. Players are awesome. Apparently you didn't post the link, Nick, because everyone's saying secret link. What the
Is it showing up now?
Yeah, there it is.
All right.
All right.
Sorry
so
about that.
Thanks for watching, everybody. We're so glad you could join us. Tell all your friends about the league. Follow us. Tweet us. Watch next time. Tuesdays, Thursdays. You can find us here on this channel from 8:30 to 10:30 approximately. Went a little long tonight for casting these games. Monday and Wednesday, you'll find one of the other casting teams from 4:30 to 6:30 p.m. Mountain Time. That's 2 hours behind Eastern Time, so it's 6:30 to 8:30 Eastern Time. Friday, there's a cast as well. Casts all week long. Check it out. Follow us. Follow everything. Again, feedback. We want your feedback, and we will be signing off.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this has been StarCraft 2 CTL. You're right, it is broken. Why is that link broken?
Well, tell you what, follow us on Twitter and we'll tweet it when we have it. Heyo!
As soon as we have it right. Yeah, I don't know why this isn't working.
But remember, the codes are Wingnut SC and Galligation. But we'll find it for you and send it to you. And if there's a problem with the link, we'll get with the organizer and fix it. So just keep an eye on Twitter. That would be the way.
Alrighty. Thanks
All right,
a lot
guys.
for watching, guys. This has been Galligation and Wingnut SC signing off.
See you guys!